I want to say good afternoon to the Jeff Davis County School District community and welcome you to my team. We have an announcement. Before I make this announcement related to the school day for the next week, I do want to thank everybody that had anything to do with the successful passage of the $500,000 COPS grant that the JDC SD is a recipient of. That would help us do so much to keep our schools safe, and we're very excited about the positive publicity that has shown across various media outlets, and we look forward to working with the United States Senator Cindy Hyde-Smith, who allocated that money for our district along with 4 others, and I'm just very excited and thankful and appreciative to everyone who had a part to play in the successful passage of that grant. And I'm sure that those $500,000 will help us ensure the safety of the children that go to school here in JDC. Last week I met with the staff and by Zoom, and I said to them we were threatened by the Omicron and the COVID-19. And what else is new? I think that we've been living for the last 2 or 3 years, all of us, everybody in the world, with the threat of the Delta variant, COVID-19, Omicron, COVID, all of them. And today, I'm having to make the incredibly difficult decision to step back again and close school and become virtual up until January the 13th. We've experienced, today we had 8 teachers out at Carver Elementary. At the high school, we had 3 teachers out. At Carver, we had 132 children that were not at school today. At Johnson, the number was around approximately 160 students there, featuring the entire administrative team at J.E. Johnson. So, needless to say, we are very stressed with our COVID numbers, but hopefully over the next 5 days, including the weekend, we'll do some things to reduce these numbers and come back better than ever. So I do want to announce that starting in the morning, that we will go virtual. These fine educators that I'm joined by today will speak further about what that's going to look like in the school system. But we will start tomorrow virtual, and we hope and pray that we will come back in-person learning on January 13th, which will be next Thursday week. That's what we're hoping to do. I want to just say to you all how important it is that you support all of our educators. Some of you all go to church with them. Some of you all went to school with them. Some of you all have been taught by them. We have a tremendous group of educators in our district. They work really, really hard. And some of the teachers that could not come to work wanted to call and ask if they teach from home. Well, as Mr. Daly will describe, they'll get that chance now. But you're talking about tremendous dedication from folk that have COVID, have positive COVID tests, but slight symptoms, want to teach. Hey man, I'm just so honored to work with those type of people that are so selfless and caring about kids. We will deliver meals. We will have our full workforce in. We will, with the help of our transportation department and our food service department, we will, as we did in times past, bring lunches out to various homes. And so everybody is on board, and if you have some technological issues, I think Ms. Herring will, our curriculum and instruction person, will touch on that a little bit. Mr. Daly will cover, our assistant superintendent will cover whatever I've missed, and our virtual school principal is also here to talk about the process. But as superintendent, I do want to make that announcement that I have made a decision that we will step back from in-person learning until January 13th, and we hope and pray that we're able to return much healthier and with much resolve to close out the school year. Ms. Davis.
Good evening. I'm going to address some things that relate to our teachers and what that'll look like for our teachers during virtual learning. As Mr. Haynes announced, those teachers who have tested positive or are quarantined because they've been in close contact with someone who's tested positive will be able to teach from home. Those teachers will provide documentation showing a positive test for themselves or for someone in their home or someone that they've had close contact with. And again, we applaud those teachers for stepping up and their willingness to educate our students, even with a positive COVID test. So that says a lot about our staff. Also, we're going to ask our teachers when at school to isolate themselves as much as possible, not to gather in large groups, and to as much as possible, stay in their classrooms and conduct their virtual lessons. We know that there are certain staff members who will have to come together to feed students and do other things, but we will be masked up, and we're going to social distance as much as we can. And then finally, we know that some of our teachers who will be coming into the buildings have students who are in school. We're going to allow those teachers to bring their children with them, and they will have to remain with them in their classroom throughout the day. But we know we put a hardship on teachers when they can't bring their students to school with them. So we will make that concession for our teachers as well. That's all I have right now regarding our teachers and staff.
Thank you, Mr. Davis. Now we'll go to our Curriculum and Instruction Director, Ms. Devontae Herring.
Good evening, everyone. As you know, and Mr. Davis stated, we will be doing virtual learning. We will continue to use our 2 online platforms, which is Google Classroom and Zoom. All students should use their district-issued email in order to access those platforms. Each student will be required to log in during their regular scheduled time. Our high school students will follow their regular schedule, including their CTE courses as well as their elective courses. Our elementary schools will follow their schedules as they have them outlined, with our K through 3rd grade beginning reading in the morning and following up with mathematics and the other content areas subsequently after that. All of our departmentalized grades 4 through 8 will log in during those class period times when they have those particular teachers for ELA, math, science, social studies, as well as their electives as well. Dr. Hilton will go into a little further details and provide our teachers as well as our parents some guidance on attendance. All of our platforms have a timestamp that will gauge how long our students are within those platforms for attendance. They are required to stay the entire classroom time to receive credit for being present that particular day. If you have a lack of internet service, the district has been provided with our ESSER funds some hotspots. We're asking you to please contact your school administrators so that you can be provided those if you do not have internet service at home. Also, if there are other circumstances that will prevent you from doing so, please contact your middle level administrators and or Dr. Hilton or myself, and we can help support you in those efforts as well. Again, we're going to do everything we can to continue the educational process with our students. We're wrapping up our first 9 weeks data to ensure that we're helping our students achieve any deficits they may have. Our exceptional ed students will be allowed to participate in the learning process as well. We know we have to remain within IDA guidelines, so please contact the school as well to see when we can offer services for those students who may need some one-on-one instruction. In addition to that, any after-school programs, we will halt those until we return on January the 13th. That includes our Save the Children program and any regular after-school programs offered through Title I. We will start those on January the 24th. If you have any additional questions, please reach out to your administrators, or you can reach me at dherron@jdcsd.org or at 601-408-1377. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Herring, so much. Now we'll turn to Director of Virtual School, Ms. Dr. Rena Hilton.
Okay, good evening. First of all, we're asking that all stakeholders respect this safety initiative so that we can return on our targeted return date, which is January 13th. This is not a time for students to participate in relaxed social settings. Virtual learning is considered synchronous, which means that students are required by state policy as well as our district policy to remain online and in view of the camera. Therefore, as Ms. Herron stated earlier, all students are expected to follow their instructional schedules. Please do not contact your local campus to request a paper pencil packet because again, we are required by policy to provide synchronous learning. Students will not be considered long-term virtual learners. Students must return to in-person learning at the announcement of the superintendent. I know previously if we've had to exit for emergency situations, some of the students did not return and parents thought that they were considered virtual. So please, at the announcement of the superintendent at our return date, make sure all students are returning to in-person learning. Make sure that your student-issued devices are charged daily, and if not, make sure that the students are in a position at home where they have access to electricity if they need to charge their devices. Students must log in daily to follow that learning platform or schedule. As Ms. Herron stated, that may be Google or Zoom, depending on the teacher and the campus. Students cannot log out of their classes early, and we are required to provide 330 minutes of instructional time. Daily attendance will be measured by the duration of the student's login. Students in grades 4 through 12 are expected to log in per class period. K through 3 will follow their schedule as issued. Students that fail to log in will be marked absent and reported to truancy based upon district policy. And please keep in mind with these days of virtual learning, there's a total of 5, and if we have students that fail to log in for 5 days, that's 5 unexcused absences, and at that point, students will be notified by truancy. So please avoid that. Missing assignments are unacceptable. All virtual assignments should be completed by the student. Students must again remain in the view of the camera. The district grading policy will also be applied during the virtual process. Parents must communicate immediately any issues that they are experiencing from home so that we can address those as soon as possible. Exceptional education students are encouraged to contact the campus for any additional support that they may need in regards to their IEPs and accommodations. My office is located at the high school campus. There, if you have any questions or concerns regarding the virtual process, please feel free to contact me at the high school. Thank you.
In closing, I want to thank the district's very fine team that I'm surrounded by. I want to thank the Jefferson Davis County Board of Trustees for their unwavering support of the children and the employees of the school district. They are ultra supportive and very much appreciated. On my way here, a parent, a very positive parent, I might add, asked me, said, well, you know, Ike, why did we even try? We all could see the numbers surging across America and Texas and other places. So why did we even try to come back? And my answer to her is the same as I'll say to you all. We are committed in this district to in-person learning. We believe in our hearts that this is the most effective way to educate our boys and girls. And so we remain committed to in-person learning, and we just did all we can do despite the surge in Omicron COVID-19 to try. But now it just seems like it's an exercise in futility, and we're not able to get much done because of absences. We do hope that through mask wearing, through vaccinations and boosting, that we can decrease the time with the new CDC guidelines. So let's, you know, it's now not 10 days in isolation or quarantine, it's down to 5. So I want everybody that's viewing this to please get vaccinated. It makes a difference in the, in most cases, in the severity of the illness and also in the time that you are required to, quarantine. Down from 10, down to 5 now. And so, it's my hope and prayer that everybody, and parents, I am sorry, I do have a note here to say to parents, this is short notice. I'm sorry about any hardship that this may cause to you all as far as child care is concerned, but the feedback I've gotten from most parents is that they want the children to be safe, and they are watching the news and see the numbers, and just like we do. And you know, I'm hopeful that nobody has any serious illness in the JDC and anywhere because of COVID-19. My pledge to you, based on what I've seen, and I think this team could echo, our teachers will fight hard in that virtual process. There won't be any loafing. When it's time for your kids to log on tomorrow, they will be there. Someone may be home with COVID or home because of they're isolated because of close contact. But I can guarantee you, to a man or woman, that our teaching staff tomorrow will be plugged in, and the rest of this time doing their level best to educate the boys and girls. I will put my not my life on it, but I'll show I will sure put my monthly check on it that these teachers are going to be doing everything they can to educate the boys and girls. So thank you all for tuning in. Thank this team. Thank everybody in the JDC that's going to make this a very seamless process. And let's do all we can to be safe these next 5 days. So we come back, hopefully we won't have to do this again. Thank you. May God bless you, and may God bless the Jeff Davis County School District.